me. My grandmother passed away in 2014 when she was 100 years old. She came from Puglia. She probably never left Puglia, but she said something to me very, very important one day, because she said, look, our place is going to be discovered very, very soon, and people will fall in love with it, because actually we are the California of Italy. And she was actually right, because the place we were standing in the picture was Taranto, so in Puglia. And today that prediction has become reality. So Puglia, is really on the rise for tourism, real estate investment, the rentals, so anything that happened, related to the entertainment and, holiday and real estate industries. Why Puglia is capturing global attention? Well, first of all, it's beautiful. I don't have to tell you, probably you've seen, lots of pictures around, and even, in the past days, we've been stressing a little bit on our social media channels, but it's really, a beautiful place, lots of UNESCO World Heritage sites, world-class cuisines, and truly, Mediterranean climate. And in fact, I can't remember what was, the media said that, in Puglia, there is the best weather of all Italy, which is, very interesting. There is, a big growing trend in luxury hospitality sector. Only in the past 2 to 3 years, some big hotel chains opened, such as Roccoforte Hotel, Baglioni, the Vista Ostuni Hotel, which is beautiful, and it came from an historical renovation of this huge, was pretty much like a monastery, as well as Borgo Ignazia, which we'll see later, has become very, very popular in the past few years, thanks to the celebrity that actually go and spend their holidays there, or they get married, and so you spend important times of their life. There is a big international tourism growth. So since 2019, we have seen a spike of 127% in terms of foreign visitors. And this is also thanks to the accessibility of the region, because actually Puglia has 2 main airports, and one, Valle Airport, is connected to the most important cities worldwide. In fact, only last year, it got a direct route to New York, which made, of course, transatlantic transportation very, very comfortable. And last but not least, which is very important, is the entry price is lower than, very sought after places as Tuscany or Amalfi, which are, very crowded, and they can get, also very, very expensive. Just to show you, I don't want to be boring, but just to show you a little bit of what happened in the past few years, so starting from 2019, we've seen an increase of prices by 20%. Actually, 2021 was a big year, because especially after COVID, you know that here in Italy, we were very, very stuck in our homes. And you can just imagine people in Milano, hello Milano team, stuck in their apartments. After COVID, everybody was just escaping towards, more wide places and, sunny places, and Puglia was one of those. Of course, this came with a big appreciation in terms of pricing. And in fact, you see that, the prices have gone up pretty much, by 20%. And also the buyer inquiries grew over 60% year on year in certain segments that I will show you later. But the opportunity is very, very big still, because actually it's still, one of the best value luxury markets that we have here in Italy. And in fact, if you see, the price per square meter is still anyway lower than, than in other places in Italy. So the opportunity is still very, very big. We have some testimonials. They're not actually, our direct testimonials, but these people are really, contributing to the awareness and knowledge and promotion of the territory. So among them, Meryl Streep that just bought, this beautiful little castle in Tricase, very small place near Lecce, so not Malibu, but like really, really, really small, as well as Donna and Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel that decided to get married in Borgo Ignazia, which is like a super top luxury resort that we have in Puglia. But just to name others, Gérard Depardieu bought a home in Lecce, as well as Francis Ford Coppola, also, like bought a masseria. People just come to Puglia and then fall in love with territory and its architecture. Which are, like the key luxury hotspots. So we can see there are 4 main areas of interest. One of these is Valle d'Itria. So the one that you see in the picture is Vista Ostuni, so the luxury hotel that I told you that opened literally like a year ago. It includes like places as Ostuni, Alberobello, Cisternino. I'm pretty sure that you've gone through some of the pictures of this place, which are the cones, little houses that we call Trulli. They belong to this area. The Adriatic Prime Coast, which has become very, very, very demanded, especially places as Bari or as Monopoli or Polignano Mare. They are very beautiful coastal places with great weather, good food, and very beautiful properties. Salento, which was the first place that actually was arising, like in all the Puglia land. And it includes Lecce, Nardò, Gallipoli, and really, like the very end of the Italian hill of the boot. And also emerging spots, because what happened in the past years, thanks also to the administration, the tourism and, like the investments didn't concentrate only in one specific area. But right now, there are lots of, like emerging spots where you really find great value properties that you can transform in hospitality places or, like big masserias and beautiful, like also private homes. And among them is Taranto, where I come from, Carovigno and Ceglie e Messapica. So it's really, like a region full of, like beautiful things that just need to be discovered. Although I have to say that most of our competitors are already, like on the market, and it's a little bit, like a competitive market. But we have, like some good things to exploit. What international buyers are looking for? So mainly we are talking about hospitality investments. So as I told you, like big chains as Roccoforte, Baglioni, and, like other iconic private hotels like Borgo Ignazio and Palazzo Daniele really, like are getting the international attention. Just to let you know, like around, like a room at the Borgo Ignazia usually can be, like around 2,000 euros per night. So we're talking about that kind of numbers, as well as historical buildings. And I will show you a couple of opportunities that we have to promote to your clients as Nessica's Italy. And there are, like these beautiful historical properties that need restoration. And, like it's a big trend for people that want to invest in the region. So they want to get, like an historical place renovated, as well as turnkey villas. So there is this big trend of having, like just ready to live places in, like in Valle d'Itria, like the most requested areas. And this is very attractive to clients from the US, from Northern Europe, and especially the UK. I have to say that about the Northern European clients, what I've seen in the market is that they also love to buy historical buildings and renovate them by themselves. Well, like Americans, they prefer to come and just, like enjoy because, like there is a different, of course, approach to historical renovation. And sometimes it can be, like a little bit stressful, especially for the Italian bureaucracy. What we offer, tell me if I'm just, like very too quick, but I just want to leave, like enough space for your questions. So let's go to what we have at the moment available. There's, like a like a growing portfolio of properties. I haven't included all of them. There are still, like some properties that are in the onboarding process. So if you have any kind of particular request, if you have clients that might be interested in, like in investing in the area, just, like we're really open to support. Anyway, the first property I would love to introduce you to is this beautiful renovated luxury masseria right outside Lecce. It's owned by a New York lady. She came to Puglia some years ago, I think right before COVID, and she fell in love. And she bought this house. It wasn't really, like you see it right now. And she renovated. This place has a huge potential for luxury boutique hospitality. So, like that kind of hotel, like a really small hotel with few rooms and, like a private chef with like more retreats and, like that kind of industry. It's all done. So it was completed like a month ago. Some parts of the villa still need a little bit of touch, as the garden, because of course the weather has been, like not very nice as any winter in Europe. The price right now is around 4 million. Well, it's 4,200,000 euros. The owner is in conversation with us to have a rental option for the villa. So it's really interesting because it has more than 4 bedrooms available, all the comforts, double fridge, double oven, very American style in terms of, like appliances and comfort. I put, like the web ID for your reference. So if you want to go and have a look. Then we have an historic palazzo in Salento, which is located near Castro. There is like the Maldives. It's really beautiful beaches, beautiful landscape. It's partially renovated. So the outside is renovated, the garden is renovated, just needs a little bit of, like renovation inside the apartments. It's a pretty generous palazzo, and it has something that is very, very unique, which is, like a private garden, which is like very unique for, like a city center palazzo. So this is also, like a very good opportunity for our future clients that want to enjoy antique little place named Poggiardo, which is actually, like very beautiful in its Baroque architecture, very, very particular. The price for this is 2 million, but it's, like slightly negotiable. Then we go, probably this might be more interesting for, like for our Northern European colleagues. We have this historic Trulli in Loco Rotondo. It's just so beautiful. It needs, like lots of renovation, but it has like a huge land around. The architecture is just amazing. You can do, like something really, really, really beautiful here. And, like also having this kind of structure with that stone railing. It was, like an index of, like a nobility of the previous owners. And it's also, like it's a top place in Valle d'Itria, so one of the most sought after places in Puglia. The price is very, very good. It's a little bit negotiable, but anyway, it's around 530,000 euros. And then we have at the moment this large villa between Taranto and Matera. So I don't know, like if you know Matera, but it's where actually the last James Bond was shot. So I don't know, like if you really remember, like the scene with the car running, like on the stone bridge, that is Matera. And it's like 5 kilometers from this property. This property is, like a big opportunity for, like a boutique hospitality retreat. It has the big, like Olympic swimming pool, a large land around, 120 olive trees. So it's really, like immersed in the nature, and it's in Ginosa. It's the place, which is the one that you see in the picture, and it's really, like an authentic, beautiful place. So this is, like an overview of what we have at the moment. I haven't included everything because I didn't want to steal time from this big project that I would love to introduce you to. Because one of the trends that we have seen in the past months is the demand for bespoke villas. So together with a builder and a construction company that we have been, working together in the sale this summer for some specific villas, we created this new concept of bespoke villas in Valle d'Itria. This is, like a preview for you. So Nest Seekers, in partnership with this company named Carlos, we are launching Atelier Puglia, so the very first bespoke service of villas in Valle d'Itria. So I'm really proud to announce this. And it's basically, like a plan for exclusive of plan villa program in Ostuni and Valle d'Itria. So it's just fully designed, all permissions, done, and it's built on our client's specifications. So if you have a client and they want to have like 800 meters villas, not 800 meters is a little bit big, but anyway, let's say like 300 square meters villa in Valle d'Itria with some specific requirements, we can build it. So how does it work? We work, on the site identification. We get the requests from our clients. We work on the site identification. So we source some very unique land parcels in Valle d'Itria that we can do with this partner that we have on the ground. We work on the custom design. Of course, we have, some specifications that we need to respect for, all the heritage, the landscape heritage. But anyway, we can work on the design with the client, which is, basically how we would love to have the outdoors on the indoors and, any kind of specific interior design requirement. We work together with this partner on the permissions and compliances of compliance of the properties, and then we just build and deliver it. This is something that we have seen growing a lot, especially in Puglia. So for this reason, we decided to launch, this new service, which actually I have to tell you that none of our competitors is doing anything like that at the moment in Puglia. So it's a big opportunity for all of us to sell something, like a bespoke. Just want to show you something. This is the villa that we sold this summer. So really, modern villas, but, respecting the stone and, the architecture of, the area, olive trees everywhere, nature everywhere, infinity pools, and anything that can be, of our customers' desires. So why it's interesting for, you guys to support us is that there is an agreed commission structure. So no back and forth, no negotiation, nothing. So we just enter the program and everything, is already established. It's a rare product. So if you have somebody requesting something in Puglia, we cannot tell them, no, we don't have it, I'm sorry, because we can build it together. And it's something really, really big. We have a full client support from our partners. So our clients just, more than happy to end. And the good thing is that we have a co-marketing materials and, everything that we can create with the partner on site, which can be, very useful for us. So I hope, I wasn't boring, and I hope, I wasn't just, running too much. But really, for centuries, Puglia has been just, a place of beautiful landscapes. Finally, my grandmother was right. So right now the world is falling in love with it. And I am so excited. Probably, you can hear it from my voice, to present and to share this journey with you colleagues from all over the world. And thank you for your attention. And please, ask anything. We're here to answer all your questions. We actually have some, Luca, I don't know, like, okay. So, Luca, shall I go through the questions on the chat?
Hey, no, not so far. No question.
Aspetta, no, we have one. Hang on.
Yes, one, which is the very best, closest and
yes.
proximate private jet FBO to Puglia?
So it's in Bari Airport, where, you know, like they have, you know, like private jets landing in, they have a private jets landing and, you know, like services in Puglia. So that's, you know, like in Bari Airport. And also the third airport is probably it's going to be open in the next 8 months, which is Grottaglie Airport, and it is going to be dedicated mainly to private jets.
That question was from Aubrey Chandler. Okay. She said thank you.
Yes, Aubrey Chandler, thank you so much. Any other, okay. Okay. Any other questions so far? It's pretty large. So we say that, so it's like basically the hill of the Italian boot. So just to give you an idea, when you arrive in Puglia, it takes around 5 more hours of driving to get to the last point. So it's pretty large. So I really don't know like how many kilometers, but I should tell you like in miles. Hang on. How many miles is Puglia long? So it's about 250 miles. It's a pretty, you know, like, is it larger than Sicily? Yes, I think so. Yes. And it's a little bit more well-connected than Sicily, which can be, you know, like a little bit tricky in terms of transportation. We have in Puglia, we have airports, train stations, high-speed trains going, you know, like to, you know, like all of Italy. But also we have multiple flights every day for Milano, for Rome, you know, like for the most important spots in Italy. Venezia, Torino, pretty much every city is served. Yes, we can organize a Dropbox. Also, you know, like I can, I'm preparing, you know, like if you refer also to the Ateliera Puglia project, we are preparing some marketing assets for you to share with your customers. So absolutely, yes, you will find everything, you know, like in a dedicated Dropbox, and I will send you the link. Is it a good place for retirees? I hope, you know, like I pronounce it well. For every age. I grew up there and I loved it. Then I moved to Milan and also lived in London and New York. But, you know, like, yes, my dream is to come back there, you know, like to spend, you know, like my full life there. So, yes, it's a beautiful place. And the couple that we sold one of the villas this summer, they are from Milano. So originally, like literally like 100% from Milano, and they bought this villa in Puglia because they wanted to move there and just spend time there. So yes, it's a good place. You can consider yourself too. Okay, so yes, the recording coming where George is
We
asking.
can send the link tomorrow or later.
Okay, we can send the link tomorrow.